Okay, good. What will it be? Morning, digital tech students. Welcome year 8 to a new class. So I've put together this PowerPoint for you to get to know me a little bit. Obviously, it would be great if everybody was in class and you were all experiencing this with me delivering it to you in person. But current circumstances don't really allow that. So yeah, we'll go through it so you can find out a little bit about me, and I look forward to getting the opportunity to learn more about each of you. So, yes, my name is Mr. Blake. I've only just started here at Gleason this year, but I have been teaching for quite some time, which I'll go through a little bit more a bit later. So, I was born Thomas James Blake. As you can see there, I was a bit of a chubby baby. I've always had the ginger tones to my hair. But yeah, that was me as a newborn. So this is my early childhood home. I grew up in a house in Salisbury Downs, so I've lived in the northern suburbs pretty much all my life. Now live in the northeastern suburbs. But yeah, that was me in kindergarten. And yeah, that's the house that I grew up in for many, many years. So when I went to high school, I went to Thomas More College. We had a few sporting competitions where we competed against Gleason. I remember playing soccer against Gleason when I was in year 10, I think it was. But yeah, if we're looking to compare what I look like in my year 8 compared with you, this was me here. Pretty sweet wave haircut that I had. And you can see there that's year 9, year 10, year 11, and year 12 eventually there. So yeah, that was what I looked like as I progressed through high school. My parents are Kevin and Anne. So this is my dad, Kevin. Some of you, if you went to Our Lady of Hope as your primary school, may recognise my dad because he used to work there. And my mum works at the Salisbury Catholic Parish at St Augustine's. So my dad used to be a principal. He's now retired. He spends a lot of his time volunteering and also looking after his grandkids, my nephews and niece, and also my grandparents as well. He looks after them quite a bit. I have two siblings. My brother Sam on the left here, he's the middle child. He's 3 years older than me, and I'm the youngest of the three of us, and that is my brother Ben there. Ben works in commercial business banking, and my brother Sam is a teacher also. He works at Mount Compass Area School. So Ben's the eldest, Sam's the middle child, and I'm the youngest of the three of us. This is my wife, Rhiannon. We've been married now for a bit over a year, but we've been together for much longer than that. I'm very lucky. She's a great person. I love her very much. She is a great cook. We make each other laugh constantly. And yeah, I'm very lucky to have her. This is my dog Charlie. He's a West Highland Terrier. This was him on the first day that we took him home as a puppy. And this is how he's kind of evolved. You see that his hair gets quite long and shaggy at different times. This is him pretty freshly cut. But yeah, Charlie's a bit over 4 years old now. He's the best. He's hilarious, and I love spending time with him. And I'm looking forward to learning more about your pets if you have any. So this is my extended family. So yeah, you can see my parents are there again, and my brothers. But my sister-in-laws, Christina and Nicole, and then some of their siblings are here. So yeah, you'll notice that I'm not actually in this photo with my wife because this was taken on Christmas, the year that I was on my honeymoon after I went. We got married on December 1st of 2018, and then went on our honeymoon, and we were away for that Christmas. So yeah, I got married. It was very exciting, one of the happiest days of my life. And the honeymoon, we managed to go to Hawaii. So this is Waikiki on the Oahu Island. So yeah, that was essentially the view that we had of from the hotel that we stayed at. We climbed up this Diamond Head, is what this is called. It's a kind of an exercise trail. We went to Pearl Harbor, which was pretty surreal. One of the things to know about Pearl Harbor is it was the site of the Japanese bombing the US naval shipyards at Hawaii that essentially started their participation in World War II. So this bit here sticking out of the ground is actually the top part of one of the ships that is sunk underneath the harbour there. So yeah, we weren't allowed on this because it was being renovated, but it was great to be able to visit there and see quite a memorable place in history. So this was another place we went to. This was called Kualoa Ranch. The background and this scenery has been used for a lot of different movies. I'm not going to tell you which ones, but if you can name some of them just by looking at it, I'd love for you to maybe send me an email and name me a movie that you know of or you recognise from this background here. So yeah, we went four-wheeler-ing, ATVing, I guess you call it, quad bike. So I'd never been on one before, but I found it pretty enjoyable. I got to wear my GoPro while I was going on it, so that was pretty cool. I need to try to find the footage of that. So yeah, this was the view of at the top of Diamond Head after we had gone for a bit of a trek that day. It was raining, but repping the Crows. If you're an AFL fan, I like the Crows, but I'll talk a bit more about my sporting interests a bit later on. Big on food. This was one of the places we had while we were in Hawaii, called the Rainbow Drive-In. Barack Obama's highly recommends this place. He spent some time growing up in Hawaii, so we figured we had to try it. Another place to eat while we were in Hawaii was the Dole Plantation, where they grow some of the most beautiful pineapples you will ever eat. And this was called Dole Whip, which is whipped ice cream made with pineapple flavouring. And this is the Matsumoto Shave Ice, which is also another well-known sweet in Hawaii, like a bit of a treat. So we didn't spend all our time in Waikiki. We also went to Turtle Bay. Can't remember now what it was called. But yeah, that's on the north part of the island, so that you can see the weather was a little bit more hectic. The oceans were a bit more busy there. But yeah, this is a beautiful part of the island also. So then we flew to mainland America, to the US, to go to Las Vegas. So this was the view from our hotel room. There's the Bellagio fountains down there. During the weekends, the fountains put on a show that's synchronized to music every 15 minutes, which is really, really cool. It's amazing the difference between what this all looked like when we were on our honeymoon compared with, I've seen some photos and video of it now, because all the casinos are closed down, obviously, because of the COVID-19 case, so it's pretty much just dead. Again, really big on food. This was some of the best fried chicken I've had ever, but this was had in our hotel in the Cosmopolitan Hotel in Las Vegas. There was also a really great sweet shop called the Milk Bar, where they do cookies, milkshakes, cakes. Yeah, it's a well-known place that my wife put me onto. So yeah, we ate from there a few times. Now, like I said, I'm big on sport. Got to go and see a college football game. This was the Las Vegas Bowl. Um, so we got to see Arizona State play against Fresno State. Fresno State won the game, but that was good because that's who we were going for. We went to the Las Vegas sign also. So we had to have to take the token photo down there. Went to the Grand Canyon. That was not actually in Las Vegas. That's in Arizona, the part that we went to. So we crossed the state border to go in there. It's pretty amazing with how big it is, and that's only one small part of it. We then shifted to Los Angeles. So we stayed on the Hollywood Boulevard. Um, so yeah, we were right across the street from the Chinese Theatre, which is a well-known spot where they have a lot of the handprints and the Walk of Fame also. So that was Walt Disney's Walk of Fame. There's a lot of poverty in Los Angeles. They make it seem all glitz and glamour, especially in in Hollywood. But yeah, there's quite a lot of poverty, which is quite sad and difficult to experience. But you know, yeah, it's a bit tough for those people who live there. Whilst we were there, we got to go to the Staples Center to watch a Lakers game. We got to see LeBron James play. He scored a triple double that game. That was against the New Orleans Pelicans before they traded Anthony Davis away. So we actually got to see Anthony Davis play for the Pelicans before he became a Laker. On Christmas Eve, we got to see John Legend do a show. I'm not sure if you're familiar with his work, but he sang his Christmas album, plus some other songs. It's just a nice photo down near Santa Monica, where they have some canals that you can go for a walk around. We went to Universal Studios in Hollywood as well. Big Harry Potter fan, big Simpsons fan, so I had to take some photos of the scenery around there. Now, my favourite sporting team, American sporting team, is the Baltimore Ravens. So I got to go and see the Ravens play. Thankfully, they were playing in Los Angeles the weekend that we were there against the LA Chargers, and the Ravens actually won. So that was a pretty amazing moment for me to get to see my favourite sports team win in America. And I'm big on cheeseburgers, so if you know a good place that does a good cheeseburger, make sure you recommend it to me. This was one of the best ones that I had while I was in America. That was actually at the airport when I was just about to leave to come home. So, my teaching history. I used to work at St. Columba College in the northern suburbs in Andrews Farm. That was me the first year that I began teaching. See, I was a little bit chubby around the face there, a little bit leaner now, but this was taken last year, I think, my last year at St. Columba. So yeah, I've got lots of teaching experience, so you're in good hands. And then finally, these are just some of the things that I've got a passion for that I'd really love to, spend more time talking to you about. I love to get to know what your interests and passions are. So I really like good TV shows, Game of Thrones, The Sopranos, the two that I think are the best that have ever existed. They might be a bit mature for you guys, but don't let how old they are fool you. If when you get a chance to watch them one day, give them a crack. Big on sport. Adelaide United, obviously, I follow as well. American football, the college football team I go for is the Oregon Ducks and Baltimore Ravens, as I said before, in the NFL. I'm a Crows fan. I pretty much go for any South Australian-based sports team. I'm big on movies. I really like the Avengers and the Marvel movies. Star Wars, I'm passionate about too. And then a couple of the consoles that I have. I've got a Nintendo Switch and I've got an Xbox One as well. So yeah, that's just a little bit about me. I would really like for you to spend some time maybe putting together a PowerPoint to tell me a little bit about yourself as well. for the remainder of today's lesson. And then we're going to be spending some time in the next 2 weeks just building on our PowerPoint animation abilities, which will be one of your assessment tasks, and I'll talk to you more about that on Thursday. And then we will progress from there into some mobile app development is our second unit of the 3 that we complete. And then the third one is we actually work on some virtual reality visual space creation. So yeah, all really fun and interesting topics. I hope that you will enjoy your time learning digital technology, and it's something that you want to continue to do in Year 9 and Year 10 as you progress through school. But for now, your task for today's lesson is to just work on putting together a PowerPoint just about some of your interests. Tell me a bit about yourself. You can use the things that I've covered in my PowerPoint as a bit of a guide of what you might want to include. But yeah, just a bit about yourself, maybe your pets. Tell me about your family. Tell me about your interests. If you've got any hobbies or sports that you play, I'd love to know a little bit more about you all, so that we can have a really good term together. All right, so that's your challenge. I'll probably ask that you try to get that PowerPoint finished by the end of tomorrow's double lesson, but hopefully it won't take you that long because I do want to introduce your assignment for this unit in tomorrow's lesson. All right, any questions, please feel free to just send me an email. So my email address is thomas.blake@gleason.catholic.edu.au, but I'll put that in the sector instructions as well. All right, thanks for listening, and like I said, just send me an email with any questions that you have. Okay, thank you.